The Democratic Party is playing in our faces. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're playing in our faces. They have no respect for us at all, to the point that they're just in our faces, dissing us, disrespecting us, playing us for a fool, mocking us, being arrogant. They believe they're the best thing that could ever happen for us. And we are lucky to get an opportunity to send them our money. Here goes a clip of your friend Jim Clyburn reminding you just how lucky you are that Joe Biden is your president.
I don't think he needs to do anything but what he's doing. I think Joe Biden is doing exactly what he needs to do to win re-election. I think the polling is taking place. Something that's amiss with the polling. I call your attention to the recent polls over in Maryland. The African-American woman running for the United States Senate nomination. The Sunday before the election, one poll had her 5 down, the other poll had her 7 down, and she won by 13. How do you explain that? That's 20 points.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what's going on with polling these days, but I do know this. The polls did not have Ossoff nor Warnock win in Georgia, and both of them won. Polls did not have Macbeth getting 80-something% in their district.
Oh,
but she did.
Hey, I can answer that for you. Y'all cheated. It's a GED question. You want to know how you won? You cheated. What? What you talking about? But now, people didn't think Warnock and Ossoff, I ain't heard nothing about him since he got in either. And Warnock going on with whatever, just so happy to be there. Did they do anything for us now that they got in? No, I didn't think so. Nah, man. See, he said Biden ain't got to do nothing. The numbers just wrong. People are happy. People are happy. Black people don't need that for me. This is all nonsense. Joe Biden's doing an excellent job. Everybody says so. Everybody that Jim Clyburn knows says so. That's what you call playing in your face. So you mean to tell me all the people that are upset right now, all the people that say they're not happy, that's all BS. That's just stuff. All the polls are lying. They playing in your face. That's all. Playing in your face. Let's keep going, Clyburn. I love when Clyburn talk. He always give me great material.
Anybody who believes that Donald Trump will get 30% of the black male vote.
Oh, he listened to me.
12%.
Hey, Clyburn, you listen to the Tim Black Show? I know you hate watch, don't you? Somebody in your camp been listening. I called that months ago. Who you know? I got receipts on that one, sucker. Who said that? Who said that? And don't tell me, oh, this guy used to talk about toe jam. Was calling that suit sale. You called it 2 weeks ago. No, I called that months ago, Johnson. Months ago I said this. Tim Clyburn, let me find out you listening to your brother Tim Black, man. I was not listening to you, Tim Black. I was not listening. I would never listen to you. I listened to people that know Tim Clyburn. We was having some Zatarain's fish fry, and we was listening to some Commodores. Let him keep going, Tim Black. Stop. Let him keep going.
Of the black female vote, I got a bridge down there on Johns Island, I'll sell you.
Let's bring right out Democratic Congressman Jim Clyburn of South Carolina. He's the national co-chair for the Biden.
Look at, do you see this? You see this, right? You see this? You see this? They playing in your face. Look at him. Look at that smile. He ain't got a care in the world. You know why? Pharmaceutical money. He got his. Get yours. Clyburn been got his. Get yours. Clyburn is one of the biggest recipients of everybody in Congress. There's a lot of Congress people. Clyburn is like in the top 5 of how much money he take from the pharmaceutical industry. Meanwhile, his people don't have pharmaceutical money. Just Clyburn. Clyburn has one of the poorest districts in the country. But Clyburn is doing fine. All his teeth capped, and he always got fresh fish fry. Yes, he does. And he's going to tell you how great Biden doing. And these people just trying to they're just trying to rouse up controversy. It's the Chinese and the Russian that's on Facebook making these false lies, these lies. Black women ain't going nowhere. Black women gonna vote for Joe. That's what they better do. Let's hear him lie again. Here goes some more stuff.
Campaign. You know, Jim, that reminds me of two things. One is when a person running Trump's campaign back in 2020 tried to tell me he was going to get 20% of the black vote in 2020. I said, no, he isn't. Other thing it reminds me of when I got elected, like at 30, 31, I had a lot of people coming in. It reminds me of two things. One is when a person running Trump's campaign back in 2020 tried to tell me he was going to get 20% of the black vote in 2020. I said, no, he isn't.
Why would he not get 20% of the black vote? Are black people doing so well in the Democratic Party or something? What is it that makes, let's just have an honest conversation here, Scarborough. What is it about Biden that will make black people like obliged to give them a bunch of votes? I mean, I understand why we voted for Obama. I mean, the first white president probably raked up a lot of votes too. Among the whites, was considered they were the only people that could vote. Sure, he got 99% of the white vote. Or, 99% of his voters are white. But I'm saying this, what has Joe Biden done that you would laugh when somebody say, hey, I'm going after 20% of the black vote? Why would you laugh? Trump is white and so is Biden. They playing in your face, black Americans. They are playing in your face. You owe Joe for what? I don't know. Why would you owe Joe a vote? For what? What has Joe done for you, black woman, that you are money in the bank? Money in the bank. Always bet on black woman. Why? I'm trying to figure out what happened. What did he do? What did you do? What kind of arrangement y'all got? He been breaking you off some money? Black women, check your bank accounts right away. Check your bank accounts. Do you got your Joe Biden check in the mail? Did it come in? Did the money transfer come in? I'm trying to understand what he did. Brothers, man, make sure your girl ain't get some money on the side from Joe Biden. Because according to Joe Scarborough and Jim Clyburn, ain't no damn way black women ain't gonna vote for Joe Biden. And I want to know what he did. What did he do that made black women feel like, ain't no way, Joe ain't got nothing to worry about? What in the ramification of black woman did Joe Biden do? What did he do? They playing in your face. They be scaring black women. That's what they be doing. Yeah, they told black women, you don't need your man. Feminism. You don't need no man. Then they made noise at the door. After you got rid of your man and you're alone in the dark in your nice crib because you got your nice job where nobody really like you. You don't like them really, but you fit in, you code switching. You come home to your empty house and your kids. Then they make a noise at the door. And then they tell you the only way to keep the noise outside the door and to keep your children safe is to vote blue. They playing in your face. They are playing in your face. Why else would they take you for granted like that? What have you done? I'm just saying, don't tell me the talking points that Clyburn been reciting for the past year. Don't tell me that, this black woman on TikTok said, yeah, she said that because she want to be on MSNBC. They had never put her on MSNBC, dog. She just hoping she could get a job. Don't you realize that? You don't see that? Oh, so. Nah, man. What have they done that they could be? I can understand people being confident. I'm confident with Mrs. Black. You know why? Because I've been with her for so long. I've done so many things. I could name a trail. I could go down a list of things I did for Mrs. Black that gives me confidence in things we've been through together. It gives me confidence in our relationship. And she can name things that she done for me that gives her confidence in the relationship. Things we've been through together. What y'all been through with Joe Biden that y'all ain't telling us about? What dire straits did he pull you through? I'm trying to figure it out. And like I said, don't tell me no rundown talking points prepped by the DNC, filtered by bald-headed knuckleheads on TikTok, trying to get a career that don't include them doing anything, except sitting there and repeating what they heard Joy Reid say. They ever go up on the stage in front of people, they would pee on themselves. Horrible public speaking skills, never done anything. They never worked as journalists, I have, and they never did public speaking, I have. They never did anything except plug up their webcams and repeat what Joy Reid said. That's their claim to fame. And you're going to listen to their talking points. If you think that black people are actually doing well, you crazy. Ain't nobody doing well except the 1%. Ain't nobody killing it in America. Most people are struggling right now. You seen Biden rallies? They talk all this smack about the Trump rallies. Have you seen a Biden rally? He couldn't fill a gymnasium. He could not fill a gymnasium. Trump filled more people with 36 convictions than Biden filled with no convictions, because he's got no conviction. It is what it is. Let them keep talking. They dig in their own grave, man. Listen, one thing is for certain, and two things for sure. It's one thing to be confident because you have put in the work, because you have put up so much of you have demonstrated your loyalty by what you have done for people, and by that you feel you can rely on your past deeds. You can hey man, I put in on this relationship. I bust my ass. I was at the bus stop with you, baby, when we didn't have nothing. That was me and you. When you needed a ride, when you needed this, when you needed that, I had your back. When your feet hurt, I rub them. When you too sick to get out of bed, I got you. Don't move. What the Democratic Party done did that they could talk like, oh, I know I'm good. Shit. I got sister girl, she got us. I wish I would worry about anything. What they do? What do they do? Nothing worse than being taken for granted by people who don't deserve it. Give it up for that. Once again, the title of tonight's show is They Playing in Your Face. They playing in your face. I'm telling you, man, the Democratic Party gonna come try to shut me down eventually. Because ain't nobody talking like this, man. Not like this. I mean, they say it. They're playing in your face. They are playing in your face. That ain't the same thing. They are playing in your face. I'm in your face, and I'm telling you, they are playing in your face. They don't respect you. if they respected you, Jim Clyburn wouldn't start with, Joe Biden don't have to do nothing. He done did it all. He's done the polls is wrong. People love him. He's done everything. Meanwhile, people going 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter. Whew. Could you cash out me a couple bucks so I can get to work, baby? The number one cause of bankruptcy, illness, medical bills. That sounds like somebody taking care of somebody. I had a sister just tell me she got $30,000 worth of medication she got to take. I guess that insulin hookup for the seniors didn't cover it. That's right, because not everybody's a senior who qualifies. And not everybody needs insulin. Let's keep going, man. This is good. I mean, I love it when they dig their own ditch, climb in and pour the dirt in on top of themselves. It's a beautiful thing. Saves me the time.
Other thing it reminds me of, when I got elected, like at 30, 31, I had a lot of people coming in saying, okay, how did you win? And what do I need to do to win? And they start talking about these Republicans, these white Republicans start talking about how they're going to be the ones who are going to crack the code and they're going to get 30, 40% of the black vote. And
what'd you do, Jim? Scarborough, Joe, how'd you win, Joe? Yeah, because you talk a lot. You be talking a lot about black this, black that. I'm just wondering. I forget. I think you're from Massachusetts. Where you from, Joe? And you were a Republican, too. You're a defector. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, how'd you do? I'm just trying to understand. Very interesting. Very interesting. Look at Clyburn smiling. Smiling. Do you know Jim Clyburn gerrymandered his district so that other black progressive candidates got to go against him with all his money, all the money stacked up. They got to go against Clyburn. He made it so there's only one district that has black people in it. They took all the black neighborhoods and put them in one district electorally. He did that by teaming up, because South Carolina is very white, very Republican, I should say, very, very Republican. It's about 40% black, if I'm not mistaken, but it's very Republican. Conservative. They control the state house, right? So he had to negotiate with them, those white Republican folks, and he was able to cut a deal with them. So he stay out their way, they stay out his way. But all the black people lose representation except for Clyburn. That's how he became the kingmaker. Not because he works hard. I have never heard anybody ever say in the history of Democratic politics in South Carolina say, hey, man, Jim Clyburn, man, he be busting his ass for us. He be working really hard for us, man. We got the best district. Now, we got some dummies to say, hey, man, Jim Clyburn really do good with their fish fry. And I say, how the roads? How's the hospitals? How's the school system? It ain't all Jim's fault. He got to work with these white guys. It's always an excuse, dumb. Always. Let's keep going.
Before it came out of the mouth, they said, no, you're not. You're going to get 5%. And if you work really hard, you can get those numbers up. But the Trump people, I mean.
Why is it? Why, Jim? Why is it you only get 5%? Because they don't do anything for the black vote. I'm trying to tell you, that's the same thing with Democrats. We're a long ways away from the civil rights movement. My boomers, my black boomers, my young black boomers, we're a long ways away from the civil rights movement. Let go of that idea that, the Democrats, they were the ones that they are the Lyndon B. Johnson. Okay, I know. I know the Republicans, there was a switch. Whatever, man. Filibustering on the House floor. We know who did that shit. On the Senate floor, we know who did that. Joe Biden's boy. Joe Biden's boy who did that against busing. Listen, we need to move past that because they're taking us for granted. So for the last 20 years, what have they done since that? Just the 2000s. Hell, the last 20 years, what have they done? We'll go a little further.
The Trump people are doing it again. We're going to get 30%. I mean, talk about how you hear this year in and year out, and it just never comes to fruition for Republicans.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me, Joe. You know, I don't understand why these platitudes that get thrown out there by Trump and others, especially some of the sycophants, are these people who really carry a message that we all know.
Did he say, why are these platitudes thrown out here? Joe Biden don't ever say anything except platitudes. Hey, man, I be listening to Trump speeches. He say a lot of stuff. It ain't just platitudes. A lot of it be wrong, but it don't be a bunch of platitudes. There's never been a time, never been a people that's ever been who are like America. This is the greatness of America over Shining Hill as we all gather together to do what man. As we all strive together to do the thing we did. And as Americans and my son, my dad, and we used to say Joey, Jimmy, what's my name, Joe? We used to say Joey. You don't vote for me, you ain't black. Democratic Party is the epicenter. The qualm. Remember that? Cuba Gooding Jr.? The qualm of platitudes. They are the word salad party. Whether from its Amy Klobuchar to Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris ain't nothing but a walking platitude. See, Clyburn is doing whatever you say about me is what I'm going to say about you. That's what we doing. At the end of this, it's going to be a test, Black Americans. I want to know what the Democrat Party did to earn your vote. I want to know what it was. And if you say school, he wiped out my school debt, I'm smacking you. You ain't been in school. You ain't in school. My son still got his debt. His girlfriend still got her debt.
Where it emanates from, why they seem to think that that's Bible, that is what is going to happen.
Man, yo, the reason why, it's just like anything else, guys. The reason why the black vote is going to go to Donald Trump at about 30 points. It's for a very simple reason. Democrats take it for granted. Smearing Donald Trump, calling him a felon. I bet you someone protested that. They're not going to be saying that much lately. They said it a lot when he first got convicted. Then they saw it moved one digit. But the negatives went up because a lot of people in America, particularly the people that they want to vote for them, know somebody who's been through the prison system, the mass incarceration system. That's why it's called mass incarceration. So after protesting, they realized everybody coming out all at once saying, he a felon, that ain't played so well. It only gave them 1 point up, but the disapprovals got higher. Right now, Joe Biden is the most disapproved president in the last 30 years. I would like to say forever. I don't want to go that far. But I say at least in the last 30 years. Okay? The reason why Donald Trump is getting so much of the black vote, he already set a record of the last 30 years, last election. Only a dummy thinks he's going to do less numbers than he did last election. What do you have, like 8, 10, 8, 12%, between 8 and 12. I forget. You know how much of the black vote Mitt Romney got? Like 2. 2. So, I'm saying. He ran in 2016. He ran in 2020. The numbers are going this way. They're going this way. And why are they going this way? Because you ain't handling your business at home, dog. Because, baby, you don't cook no more dinner. You stopped cooking. You threw a Popeye mask and said, have a good night. And then you went out with your girls. That's why my coworker looks so cute nowadays. Okay? It ain't rocket science, man. And this goes for everybody. Look, by the way, I focus a lot on black folks. Oh, look at me. But hey, it's everybody. Quiet as it's kept. I saw a report that said women in general are moving towards Trump. Not just white women. Women in general are moving away from Biden. Maybe they don't like the whole Gaza thing. I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not certain. The Latino vote, which I think is kind of bogus because everybody who's not black, who's not white, from a Latin American country or whatever, they ain't all together. But okay, fine. They tied too. Asian voters are less likely now, or more moving towards Trump than they did last election. Everybody's moving less towards Biden. He's down in every column, except older white voters, for some reason. That's the only place it seems that it's getting any traction. Biden is older white voters. How you gonna lose the young vote, man? When I say lose, I'm not saying lose. What I mean is lose ground. I don't think Trump is going to beat Biden in the black vote department. What I'm saying is he's going to do better than he did in 2016 and in 2020. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying Trump is going to win the Latino vote, but it's usually 55-45. That might flip a little. That may get closer to 50-50. That's what the polls say. That ain't what I'm saying. It's what the data says. Now, if we're going to say, forget the data, I'm just going to come outside, stick my nose out the window, and see what the air smells like, and that's how I'm going to determine how things are going. Well, I'm going to go down to the Piggly Wiggly and see somebody at the deli counter and ask them. And if they say they like Joe, that's what we going with. Now, we can either look at numbers or we can look at numbers. We can look at, I saw a tortoise was crossing the road. And I said, hey, tortoise, my name's Jim Clyburn. Are you a Joe Biden supporter or do you want me to run your ass over? That tortoise, he looked at me. I looked at him. He knew I'd meant business. He said, Joe Biden is my man. See, right there. That's your proof. Coming up people with all your numbers and polls and talking to people. I talked to a tortoise. That tortoise didn't lie to me. Why would a tortoise lie to me? Uh-oh. Is that, oh God. Here we go, y'all. Tell you we're gonna have fun tonight. What I tell you, they playing in your face. Already know Al Sharpton and Jim Clyburn, folks, they are afraid. These people are afraid, Johnson. When you get this many, trying to watch my language. When you get them on the same show, it's a reason. Pulling out the big guns, water guns.
You before you went to Congress, you and your wife came out of the civil rights movement that really helped us to gain in your very young years the Voting Rights Act. And a lot of this race, I spoke last night in Miramar, Florida, a lot of this race is not about two older white men fighting in a
retirement home about who's the best. It's not whose side we're on, but who's on our side. And I think that what you can outline to our viewers is the difference, the contrast in what Trump has stood for. I mean, we lost affirmative action under him. Voting rights has been hurt. And what Biden has been able to do. People don't vote for whose side they're on, it's who's on their side.
Yes, and let me tell you something. Two words that can sum up both sides of this issue. Joe Biden offers freedom. Freedom to vote.
You hear that? You hear what he just said. Joe Biden offers freedom. Man, they playing in your face. Man, if there's a respectable black person watching this and you hear him talk that shit, Joe Biden gonna give you freedom papers. Hey, Joe Biden gonna set you free. That's right. Joe Biden gonna set you free. Donald Trump gonna have you in chains. He gonna put you back in chains. You know, that's an actual quote. Joe Biden actually said that out of his mouth in a black church.
Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
Talking about Republicans. Oh, them Republicans, you don't want them. They'll put you back in chains. When you effectively scare the hell out of people, telling them that it's their way or a noose, yeah, you might get more votes that way. When you effectively scare people to death by telling them it's your way or bail and cotton, yeah, people might have a tendency, you know, to vote for you. But see, here's the thing, guys. Ain't nobody bailing no cotton. Ain't nobody getting no noose. All they've been doing is playing in our face and trying to scare us. Look, man, I'm not saying vote for Trump. I'm saying we should be demanding policies